This video is brought to you by MathGalaxy.com and is a preview of the SAT Math substitution strategy, where you choose numbers for variables to turn problems into arithmetic problems. It can be used on any of the SAT math topics, arithmetic, algebra, or geometry. There are 4 to 10 problems per test where you can use it, which is 10 to 20% of each test, so it's a good strategy to know. The strategy can be used on multiple choice questions with variables in the question and answer choices, or on multiple choice and gridding questions that ask for relative amounts, such as ratios. The strategy is to choose numbers that meet the conditions of the problem, solve it as an arithmetic problem for a numerical answer, and for multiple choice, substitute your chosen numbers into the answer choices until you get a match to your answer. In grid-ins, you don't have to do the third step. Let's take a look at an example problem. If you want to try this on your own, you can pause the screen now. What is angle C in terms of angles A and B? In terms of problems can be turned into arithmetic problem. You cross this out and choose numbers for these variables, and then it becomes an arithmetic question. What is angle C based upon those numbers? So let's choose some numbers. A looks greater than 90, so let's make it 100. Let's make B 120. And by the vertical angle rule, this is C. And let's call this X. And A plus X has to equal 180, so X is 80 by the 180 rule for angles on a line. Let's call this Y. And by the 180 rule on this line, Y has to be 60. And by the 180 rule for triangles, since these add up to 140, C has to be 40. So next we check our answer choices, because the answer that's true in general also has to be true for any specific numbers. And so the answer that's equal to C has to be equal to 40 for the numbers we've chosen here. A plus B is 220, too large. A minus B is negative. 2A plus B is too large. D, 180 minus 100 and minus 120 is going to be negative. So let's hope E works. So A 100 plus B 120 minus 180. So that's 220 minus 180, which is 40. So that's our answer. And the algebraic solution is that these angles have to add to 180. So X plus Y plus C has to equal to 180. And in terms of problems, algebraically means this is on the left and these variables are on the right. So we need to get those variables into the equation, and X is 180 minus A. And Y is 180 minus B. So we can subtract 180 from both sides. So C minus A minus B plus 180 is equal to 0. Add A and B to both sides. C plus 180 is equal to A plus B. Subtract 180 from both sides. C is equal to A plus B minus 180. So it checks out. Whenever you see lines in a geometry problem, you should always be thinking that the vertical angle rule and the rule for angles on a line might be relevant. This has been a preview of the SAT Math substitution strategy for geometry problems. You can find the full video with more practice at kirklick.com under Math Galaxy. Good luck with the test.